Good morning, students. Here we are ready for another science lesson, and today is a great one. Today, we are going to find out what is a shadow. Now, have you ever seen your shadow? Bet you have. Even with me here in a room, you can see the shadow of my hand behind me. Now, it wasn't a very good shadow, but I wonder what made it happen. Let's think about this. So today we will investigate, that means we're going to look and find some answers. How shadows are made. That's a good one because we know we have them. What makes them? After that, that means you will, make shadows by blocking light and write a sentence that tells how shadows are made. And you're going to do this in your book on page 2. Page 2 in your book. Page 2 in your book. So that we'll talk about later. Right now, let's make some shadows. Now, I'm going to turn over here so I have a nice light wall. And you can see shadows, but it's not very good. Maybe if I had a brighter light. Let's see what happens with a brighter light. Ooh, that's very bright. Oh my gosh, look how big and dark that shadow is. Now, my hand is white. You can see it's like skin colored. But my shadow is dark. Are shadows always dark? That's a good question. They are almost all the time. What happens if I hold something up? Could you tell what that was by looking at the shadow? I bet you could. You've seen enough of these pens to know what the shadow looks like. But I've got some other things that might be harder to tell just by the shape. So I'm going to get some and we're going to look at what's happening. But let's think about this one first. Why is there a shadow? Well, I see the light all around my pen. The marker, it's blocking the light. Do you think that might be it? It may be. Let's see if we could try something else. I've got something over here. And we're going to see. Oh, what is that? I bet you know. It is a bobblehead doll. And this shadow, you can tell pretty much that this is a man, because you can see the head and the neck, the body and the legs, but it still isn't the same colors as we see in our bobblehead. It's just black. So the light is hitting our statue and it's blocking, the statue is blocking the light and making a shadow. But let's see if another thing is just as easy to tell what it is. Oh, let's see if we can put the light down and shine up and make the shadow come up. Oh, who might know what type of creature this is? Who might know what type of creature this is? Let's see. Think about it. Oh, it's got 4 legs. It's got 3 horns. And it is a triceratops. But could you tell that it was blue and pink by looking at our shadow? No, because that shadow is just the blocking of the light. But when you look at it in the light, you can see we have Mr. Triceratops here. Let's try one more, and I think you might get this one. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's see. I see some little whiskers, maybe. I see some ears. Uh-oh, I think I showed you. Is it a cat named Garfield? It is. So, as I move him closer to the light, the shadow gets bigger and bigger. It's taking up the wall. But if I move him further away from the light, he gets smaller and smaller. His shadow does. The cat stays the same size, but the shadow, which is the light that is blocked, can't go through Garfield, and it makes his shape on the wall in a shadow. So I have one more that I want to show you. This one's a little bit different. Now, if shadows are made when light is blocked, let's see what we have here. What do you see? Do you see a star? Yeah, you see a star. But look, our star is actually on a plastic bag. But we didn't see the plastic bag because the light goes through the plastic bag, but not through the star. So we see a nice shadow from the star because the star is blocking the light. So there you go. Let's look one more time about this. It says, what is a shadow? A shadow is a space that is blocked the light, and so it leaves it dark because the light can't go through it. So we investigated, we tried several things to see how that worked. We investigated how shadows are made, and now you're going to make some shadows. You can take your toys and make them with a flashlight or another light, or you could go outside in the wonderful sunshine, because that's where we see most of our shadows, is outside, where sometimes they're on the ground. They always follow us. They will not leave us alone. But we are blocking the light, and that's why we make a shadow. So we are going to turn to page 2 of your notebook, and I want you to draw something. Like, you could draw the pen if you wanted to. It's not very exciting. You could draw a pen, and then you could draw the shadow it makes. In school, when we have all of our little Lego people, that's what I like to do. I make a little Lego person, and I stand him up, and then I can trace the shadow that is made on the paper. So I could trace the shadow, not the pen. I can trace the shadow. But what color would I make that shadow? Is it green? No, the pen's green. The shadow is black or gray, because shadows don't have any color. They just block the light. So we would make it nice and gray. After that, you can put in a shadow is made when something blocks the light. Would you like me to write that on here now? Okay. And then you can copy it in your book if you want. And so I'm going to add it, and it's going to say a shadow is made when the light is blocked. When light, L-I-G-H-T, is blocked. B-L-O-C-K-E-D. The light is blocked. Draw me a nice picture of something shadow. It can be anything you want. Take a picture of it and put it in your classroom work. I love you. Have some fun with shadows. Science is fun. Go outside. Make all the shadows you want. They'll always be following you. I'll see you later. Love you.